And I was like, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I got that. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Yeah. And obviously I wanted to use more than just one weapon. So it was a little tricky. It's a little tricky. We are playing in English because I couldn't be bothered to go back to the main screen and change it to Japanese. I felt pressured to move quickly. Kizzy, thank you for 10 months. Welcome back. Yeah, there's like arms coming out of the sky. Make your way toward the Crucible. We were level... Well, we might see. I don't know. 90-ish? Can't remember. But I know we had like 20 points in every stat. Every stat had 20 points. Let me turn down a little bit, because we're yapping. Then we'll be... Got a hype trade. Ooh, let's go. They had us set up with some pretty good stuff. Thank God. Thank God they had us set up with good stuff. Continue through the pleasure district. Yeah, so we're in the pleasure district here. You also... Oh, we're level 93. We're level 93. I was pretty close. So there is a system in here called battle scrolls as well. Battle scrolls allow you to basically go to like a different secluded area and do a mission there. So the battle scroll that I had access to at the right at the beginning, because this is like right at the beginning of the game, was tutorials. So I did do the tutorial because Lord knows I was like, guys, I don't remember how to do anything. I don't remember anything. What the hell is going on? Nioh 3 is not open world, but it is open zone. Yeah. You're not going to be going back to like a big map and then selecting a mission. You're going to be completing like an area and it's going to just continue to the next one. And then you will see in this gameplay that there are areas that are more linear and feel like a more Nioh experience. And then there's ones that are a bit more open and more branching pathways. Yeah, it's in between. It's definitely not open world. Like, Rise of the Ronin is open world. This is definitely not that. But it's definitely more open than other Nioh games. Did it include that huddle? Huddle? I kind of like the Onmyo box system, but I know it's probably going to upset some people. Oh, I do change hold. Oh, God damn it. Sorry. This was for the podcast. There you go. I did change some of my armor so you can see some styles a little bit. A little bit of styles. This was me trying to figure out what the hell a set bonus does. Like, how the fudge? How the fudge do I see a set bonus? What is it, goddamn? What does this freaking set bonus do? What the heck does this set bonus do? I liked it because you got a funny hair. It was nice. Dun, dun, dun. Bow, bow, dow. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be pure open world. No, I don't. I think after playing this, though, I do think that their open zone is going to be really fun. I think they're doing it really well. Like, genuinely exploring. I explored a lot, and I was really, really excited to see what I would find, because it was always worth it. No, Yelgler. So everyone asked Team Ninja if there was going to be another demo. And everyone was like, no comment. So I think that's a yes. I think that's a yes. You know why also? Okay, this might not actually be a thing, but you get like an arm, a hat or something if you play the demo. But what if I play it on PC and you never had a PC demo? They need to have a PC demo. I think having a demo that's on PC and PS5 would be great. When you play these games, you're like, I just want to play these games, man. I just want to play these and only these. This is the old Dachi, you know, cool. I wanted to try and parry, but as you can see, that didn't go very well right away. It didn't go great for me. So we are going in order of like beginning of the demo to end of the demo with the footage. Fists are back for both ninja and samurai, and they feel samurai has the stances with it. Ninja doesn't have stances, but they do have like a completely different moveset, and they have aerial combos. Hey Danny, how are ya? What's the difficulty like compared to games like Lies of P, Bloodborne, Elden Ring? If I played those games, will I be okay? You'll definitely be okay, for sure. The thing with Nioh is that these games can tend to feel really, really hard at the beginning. And then it gets easier. And then DLC comes and it beats your ass. The reason for that is because... Here's the weapons. I'll pause on this. I'm covering Kusarigama. Ah! Jump scare. The reason for that is because you think of these games as like Souls-y, high-octane action RPG with Diablo, Path of Exile, loot, and builds. So if you are building out your character and you're investing into a really good build, you can go nuts in Nioh. If you don't do that, and how little you do that, the game is going to be harder because the game expects you to be building into something, right? These games are definitely about kind of building something out for it to be easier. But yeah, you'll be totally fine. Also, the living weapon in this game is OP. So pop that and you can win, no problem. You can play multiplayer. I know for me personally, I don't like playing these games multiplayer, so... but yeah, Nuseva, you'll be totally fine. And these games are so fun. They're so fun. You just building out your character, trying all the different weapons, trying out different builds. I'm going to do a poison build, so I'm going to get a bunch of... I can show you... Oh, like here, right? So you have set bonuses, right? You've got set bonuses. Each piece of thing that you have, whether it's a weapon, whether it's armor, whether it's accessory, will have this on it. So you can build out all of these on everything to be exactly what you want to be. It's kind of limitless. And in Nioh 3, you're building this for 2 characters. You're building it for 2 characters. So it's a little intimidating, but it just means that you're getting an even bigger bang for your buck because you're going to have so much content. You're going to have so much content. And there's so many weapons already. And these games, always, Team Ninja games will come out with 2 DLCs. So there's going to be more content added to the game. More bosses, more weapons, more armor, more builds for you to mess with. There's just so much. So just to give you an idea, you have 2 weapons that you can pick per character. You have all of the armor that you can pick per character. You have accessories that you can pick per character. You have Guardian Spirit that you can pick per character. Each character can have a different Guardian Spirit. Where is the menu where I was doing it? Here, no. That's a different thing. Here, the Guardian Spirits have special effects just like your armor and weapons. So melee attack key consumption, final blow grapple damage, quick attack break, key recovery speed. Key is like your stamina. But they also have Guardian Spirit skills. So you can see this one has Thunderclaw Kick, this one has Blazing Claw, this has Hellfire Maul, and you can pick a different one of these per character. Per ninja, per samurai. Also, there is the... We don't think about that. There's this system, which is the Onmyo box 6 system, which is new for Nioh 3. This is probably one of the bigger shakeups. When you fight yokai, you can get yokai soul cores and take them back and purify them. Once you do that, if you put their soul in the yang position, it gives you a summoning seal. So you can like summon Yomenskna for a little bit of time and he'll like do an attack and then he'll go away. If you put it in the yin position, it will give you access to magic from that yokai. And also this also has special effects. Yes. So if you're really min-maxing this game, you're looking for the perfect weapon with the perfect affixes and for both samurai and ninja, for all of your weapons, all of your armor, all of your accessories, all of your guardian spirits, all of your yang position yokai, all of your yin position yokai. There's a lot. Or you could just say, I'm gonna just equip what I think is fun and cool and like not really build into it so much. And you can totally do that. You can totally do that. You can make yourself as busted or as not busted as you want it to be. We'll Celebrate 2 reveal at State of Play. State of Play 2026. I could see them doing like a... like a teaser. But I don't think the game's gonna be ready anytime soon. So you see that this area, it feels a lot more like a regular Nioh stage. And then the next area that we in opens up a little bit more. But even then, it still feels like more similar to Nioh. Sorry, we watched this already. We'll go here. There we go. Hey, Creamy, how are ya? Yeah, I hope there is a PC demo. I really want to play. I will be playing it on PC. And hopefully that's okay. Hey, Shady Marine. Hopefully it works. Well, that'd be nice. That'd be lovely. I think my computer can mostly just brute force any issues now, but you never know. Are the enemies mostly the same from Nioh 1 and Nioh 2? There are some returning ones for sure. Like this guy we just saw. He's one of the returning ones. But there's also new ones. So the game is just going to be freaking massive. Because you think about how Elden Ring did, right? When they were putting together Elden Ring, those weren't all new enemies and all new bosses and all new weapons. It was a mixture. Hi, Fighting Cowboy! We're just looking at everything and I'm yapping. Night Raid? Sure, I could do Night Raid. I don't know how long I'm going to be yapping for. I'm down. How's the story looking? There's one cutscene which I adore more than anything in the world, and that's all I need to know. The story, though, I don't freaking know. I generally tend to enjoy Nioh stories because they have a lot of like historical characters and historical areas, and I find that really fun. But yeah, you'll see one soon, I think, Yogla. You'll see like a red revenant. Elite J, what the heck? That's cool. I didn't know you could even do that. Thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. Look at that. Wow. Thank you so much. Show off the peak cutscene. I could skip there. I know where it is. Or I know what I'm looking for, I should say. Don't look at this! Although if you watch the video, it's already there. What the hell is that sound? That sound is awful. Let me mute it. Oh my god, that's awful. Can I turn that off? That sound is terrible. That might be... Wow, it's really bad. Elite J, thank you. Thank you for the biddies. Oh, here we go. I'll let you watch all of this, actually. I will let you watch this whole thing, because this was really cool. Thank you for the biddies. Unfortunate about the sound.
The shogunate isn't doing things right.
I'll just mute it for you guys and also myself.
And our minds are set.
I'll just mute it.
Allies are getting swallowed up by the Crucible.
English jump scare, sorry. English jump
People
scare,
are dying left and right.
Sorry.
Even my partner, Leoma, is gone.
Thanks for the biddies, guys.
But I've carried on their mission.
Slowly goes to turn it off.
And kept fighting. And now with you around, I'll fight back the Crucible
I don't even know where it is.
over.
I don't even know where it is.
And bring back an interesting Japan.
An interesting Japan, wow. This isn't the cutscene I'm talking about, but it precedes the cutscene that I'm talking about. You'll see. You'll see why I was so happy.
You even keep fun company.
Look at him!
My mind's set. Let me throw my lot in with you.
Dude. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're so cute! Yeah, this is a dream come true, honestly. Amazing. Incredible. Oh, wait. I think we did that already. Oh, we did do... Wait. This? Maybe. Dun, 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 dun. I know I want a plushie of each. They had they had a Scampus plushie. They had a Scampus plushie, but they only had 2 of them. And they didn't get given many of them. Okay, we watched that. Really, Yogler? That's cute. I think it's February 6th of this. What's up, Slick Fizz? How you doing? I spent a little bit of time in Character Creator. I have it in the video on YouTube. It's at the end for Character Creator. I spent a little bit of time because I wanted people to see that it's just as fleshed out as it always is. It's just as fleshed out. It's great. I'll ping you. Yeah, go crazy. Go crazy. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, there's duos now, right? I forgot about that. I forgot that there's duos. For weapons, I honestly don't know what I want to use. Every weapon that I used was so fun. I definitely like the fists more for Samurai. Samurai has different stances and it adds like more kicks or more round kicks or more punches depending on which stance you're using, which is really cool. I do like the ninja. I do like the ninja though. The aerial movesets are really, really fun. Oh, dude, it's so good. Like, they've done enough to change it to make it feel like, you know, it makes sense to have a Nioh 3. But it feels like you're just coming back home to, like, the best thing ever. It just feels like you're right back at home. There's a Tata slider. I don't believe I saw a butt slider. But you can change the frame a lot, so maybe. Maybe. These are the different soul cores that we're looking at. Paralysis accumulation, melee damage, status ailment increase. I was like, okay, let me not do this. I was like, yeah, let's just get out of there. Let's not spend our time enhancing our guardian spirit and stuff. There's so much to do in this game. Yeah, I think you could easily spend a ton of hours. Even before the DLC, I think you could spend a lot of time in here. Oh god, I'm not gonna remember how to play Night Rain, am I? I need to remember how to play Night Rain, but I don't remember. It's been a long time. It's been a super long time. Where's the bits and cheering stuff? What is that? Can I change it? How do I change it? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. That's okay. I didn't just mute the audio. Oh, you're gonna go crazy on this game. Yeah. I mean, look at all of the weapons. And you're basically running 2 builds with you at any given time, right? So you can be like, like Seely said, I'm an Oldachi samurai and I'm a Tonfa ninja. And you're running 2 different builds at any given time, which is really cool. Let me turn that down because I'm yapping. I also wanted to bring up the, I think it was IGN video because they used the, oh, this is really funny. They used the footage that Team Ninja gave to us. So I wanted to just look at that because I haven't actually seen it. This is using Onmyo magic to turn into a Kodama, which makes enemies ignore you unless your ass touches them. If your ass touches them, they'll know that you're there. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's great. I'm gonna use it a lot, I think, just because it's funny to walk around as a little Kodama. It's fun. They're cute. If this winds up being another game I'm excited for that runs like doo-doo on my 3080 10 gig, I'm gonna be so sad. I hope not. I mean, technically this game should run well on anything because it's not a super demanding game graphically. But Team Ninja has had some problematic PC launches. So I hope there's a demo. I hope they do a demo. See you later, Danny. Get some rest. Get some rest. Bum ba dum ba dum ba bum. This is high stance cestices, which is samurai fists. These are the hatchets. Sorry, I'm a hatchet fiend. Well, I'm glad LBS isn't mad about being temporarily banned in Discord that one time. Doesn't seem to even know what happened. That's good. Nioh or Japanese VTubers. I love it. This enemy's really cool. Like, she just looks super cool. Looks super cool. Had to stop to get the Kodama mid-fight because we have important things to do, you know. You will be able to get magic from her. I just don't know. I don't know what magic you get from her, actually. There are guns. Yup. because part of this takes place in the Bakumatsu period, which is where Japan had guns. Yeah, they waited. They were very, very kind. Like, okay, you're getting a Kodama, I understand. Go crazy. I really like the samurai fists. They're pretty freaking great. I don't know if it was autumn. I don't know. This was me changing stances, looking at the Guardian Spirit stuff, because I think I switched Guardian Spirit here. Bop, bop. I was like, low stance is fun. Need to do Bella's med soon. I really enjoyed the exploration in this area a lot. I liked it a lot. This garden ass motherfucker. Now I have that freaking shamisen cutscene stuck in my head. Oh, it's really fast. Yeah, it's super fast. You can do a lot of cool stuff. It's still intentional combat. Like, you can't spam and then cancel everything, but things are definitely fast. You have a lot of things that you can do. You could use magic the entire time in Nioh 2. I don't know how it's gonna go in Nioh 3. Because what there used to be is like an Onmyo magic kind of skill tree. And you could build into that. But the way that they do it now is with the Onmyo magic box system with soul cores. So you get a soul core, and you can get like 4 or 5 different magic things, but yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go. Definitely take off a week when the game comes out, for sure. Dude, just exploring every little thing. I need to see and find everything. Here. I couldn't remember how to bring up emotes, so I just fought him. So this is a mimic chest, but it pops out basically a replica of you that will do an emote, like bow or wave or whatever, and you just need to match the emote that they do, and you don't need to fight them, and they drop loot. But I couldn't remember how to bring up emotes, so... So, you know. Yeah, you know. Hey, Wolf, what's up? I found the poison breath ninjutsu. So, you know, I'm all about that. I was very excited to see that. Dude, if you like good combat games, Nioh 3 is such a no-brainer. Yeah, it's crazy. TVH, hi! Welcome, everyone! Welcome! I watched you, well, I was lurking with you playing Ninja Gaiden earlier. But then your internet went down and I was sad. Everyone go follow TBH, podcast homie, wonderful guy, big gamer, huge gaming. Does your current playthrough carry over? No, I went to San Francisco to play this build. Yeah, so... This animation is so sick. I freaking love that animation. It's so good. The enemy just looks so cool. So yeah, this is me playing it on like their PlayStation a build. So no, it's definitely not gonna carry over. When in doubt, fight it out. Welcome, friends. We went to San Francisco. Koei Tecmo Team Ninja was very, very nice. Allowed me to walk in the office. Don't know how that happened, but I appreciate it. And we got to play Nioh 3 for about 3 hours. I got about 3 hours. What sets it apart from Nioh 2 in combat? The samurai and ninja form switching. Yeah, it's why I wasn't on DCP last Thursday. I was still in the car driving home from the airport. I actually thought that I was gonna be able to make it home in time, but I did not. I did not. But yeah, so you switch forms between samurai and ninja. They have access to different weapons. Samurai has stances and also an arts gauge, which is the circle that's filling up. Ninja has way more aerial combat, different weapons, and then they have access to ninjutsu and perfect dodging. So you're switching between... The easiest way to think of it is like you're switching between two different playstyles and two different builds. Also, guardian spirits are really dope. You have guardian spirit skills, which are really, really, really fun. Really fun. Well, so Rise of the Ronin takes place in the Bakumatsu period, right? It's like the same time period. What's up, C-Town? How you doing? I mean, you're not gonna see any, like, story spoilers or anything in here. Not really. Yeah, actually, if you've played Rise of the Ronin, you're gonna see a lot of characters in Nioh 3 that you recognize. Fell down the stairs? Oh no! I hope you're okay. Let me turn it up a little bit for cutscene. I did bug out this boss fight, so I'm not gonna show you the bug, but you can see most of the fight otherwise. Ooh, the tailbone being sore is the worst.
I can't go dying yet.
Sunebatsu, hi! I know, I'm so lucky. I'm so freaking lucky. So lucky. I hope we get a at-home demo very soon.
It's time,
You don't have to use both styles, no. No, you could, if you just really like a ninja weapon, like you just want to use Kusarigama the entire time, you could totally do that.
You'll make a good meal for
Doomhammer! Thank you for the gifties! Thank you so much. Filthy King, El Tony, Griff Maltheta, and Lulu and Melon Lord.
Cool as they come.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want another demo. I want another demo. A lot of people actually missed the alpha demo. A lot of people missed the alpha demo. People were like, wait, that was a demo that happened? I'm like, yeah, that was a demo that happened.
Tokugawa.
So it would be nice now that I think more people are finding out about Nioh 3, or even people who were interested in Nioh 3 are more locked into the news cycle of it, if they did another one.
Try to enjoy it.
I was like, you got a shamisen guardian spirit? Give it to me. Give it to me. It was only on PlayStation. Nioh 3 isn't coming out on Xbox.
If you're a Tokugawa, I'm not holding anything back.
It was only on yeah, that's why I want a PC demo. Give me PC demo, please. This was cool because we knocked him out of the sky with the guardian spirit skill. Dude, right? I was like, give me, I don't even care what she does. I just need the shamisen guardian spirit immediately. In terms of DLC, I don't know any more than what you know. I don't know anything about the DLCs besides what they've said publicly. I was like, I don't know what she's doing, but it seems kind of bad, so I'm just gonna run away. I'm scared. What's she doing? Losing my right big toenail? Dude, I've lost a toenail before. But mine was from wearing high heels that hurt my toe, and I didn't realize that I was hurting myself because I was wasted. But he came back. It's back now. It's fine. It's here. I didn't want to use living weapon, like too much unless I was in real danger, because it's so strong. Sorry, living artifact. I don't know what they call it in Nioh 3. Now I've forgotten. It's so strong. I want to have more time using the weapons, you know. Use the weapons, use the stances, use the guardian spirit stuff. What's up, Axel? How you doing? Hello, hello. And then I want to check out the B-roll that Team Ninja gave. I kept getting grabbed. I dropped a rowing machine on my right toe? Jesus Christ. What the heck? Holy moly. Dude, the samurai fists are so cool. Now we're gonna skip because I broke the game. Are we on just chatting? Yeah. You guys can see this if you would like. This is the menu. Da, da, da. I should get water. That would be a good idea. I'll do that in a minute. Maybe I'll play like the beginning of the IGN video. Because I've watched the beginning, but I haven't watched the end of it. I did mess around with the character creator. Yep. No rest for the wicked? Dude, I've got like... How many hours do I have in that game? 100 something?
This is all I've got.
Oh yeah, I get to see a boss fight again. Oh wait, no. This is the cutscene. Okay, we'll watch this again. But we have a video on YouTube right now that has... I talk about character creator, weapons, the difference between samurai and ninja weapons, and just like style, exploration, how combat feels compared to the alpha demo.
My mind's set.
These are all the friendly yokai. Look at them. Look at the kodamas.
It's barely recognizable now. But this is the Shimabara.
This was when I was like, am I playing Dynasty Wars? What's going on?
Tokugawa Kunimatsu. The
What's
shogunate
happening?
has engulfed most of Japan in the Crucible. Us
And I will
loyalists
talk to you guys
have kept
about the
Kyoto
Crucible.
safe, but
About
the
the Crucible.
shogunates started sending yokai
Crucible's
into
pretty
Kyoto.
cool.
The fighting's fruitless, and now the loyalists are scattered too.
Dun, 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 dun,
But
dun.
it gets worse. The
Nioh
troops
just has some of the
Tokugawa
best
Yoshinobu
combat,
are pouring in from
period.
Edo.
And there's so much that you can do. New Game Plus is actually... It's one of my favorite New Game Pluses in any game.
And now Honnoji Temple has been swallowed up by the Crucible too. Audio just went out to try to stop them.
Sita, no, I'm
Things
sorry.
are bleak. But I know you can do something about it, yeah? We're counting on you.
So we're making our way to the Crucible. So this is like, in Nioh 2, you would have finished this part, and then you would have gone to like an open world map and started a new mission. Whereas it kind of just continues for Nioh 3. want to show you guys a little bit of story, a little bit of exploration, a little bit of character customization, mixture of weapons. Let me talk to this guy. He's yapping. We're leveling up. I'm picking my Shami Choro. She has thunderous performance and strings of light. Faster movement on evade. Lightning damage. Yeah, getting the deluxe and getting the DLC included is nice. Then you have all this stuff. Skill management. You can really, like, you can go nuts. You can go nuts on your build. It's crazy. It's crazy. So this is a more open area compared to the last area that we were in, but it's still definitely more linear than the alpha demo. The alpha demo was like, here's a field. Here's the field. I did play the DLC for I just learned this skill, by the way. This skill where you're supposed to like knock him in the air and stab him, but he didn't get knocked in the air, so I'm just like stabbing this. I was like, wait a second. I just invested in that skill. I've been robbed. Autumn Red, I have no idea. I don't know the names of anything. But I did play all the Nioh 2 DLC, yeah. I did. Maybe they'll add, it'll be nice if Hayabusa's in the game again. That's always really fun. Oh, this scared me. I wasn't expecting a slime. Then I was like, wait, I don't have any magic. I was like, well, I have guardian skills? I guess I could use a guardian skill. That's a guardian skill. And I really love that guardian skill. You do a little, a rope jump leap thing and kick them. And then she has another one where she uses her shamisen to send out like a paralysis, ball.
Who goes there? You ruffian.
No, I didn't reach a lot of bosses. Nope. I wanted to explore more than anything. Because I know the combat is dope. I know the bosses are dope. But personally, coming away from the alpha, I wasn't super sold on open zones. So I wanted to really explore that. This is PS5 exclusive? Nope. No, it's not. Nope. It's just not on Xbox. It's just not on Xbox. Did the ranged weapons seem any different than they were in Nioh 2? Not really, no. I would say they're pretty much the same. Ranged weapons feel pretty similar. God, I love hatchets. I can't wait to have my paddles when I'm playing the game, because this move, like the jumping moves, I can't do without paddles. I mean, I can, I just did it, but I can't fluidly do it without paddles. I don't know how I'm supposed to play a game and take my thumb off of the stick. I feel like a toddler learning how to drive a car. It's just yeah. That's how I felt. I can't jump, but I can't dodge, because that's my paddles. Dogs are mean, dude. Dogs are mean. I really like this spear skill. This spear skill is on key pulse. On key pulse, you can jump forward, back, side, but it's just the key pulse. So you're fighting, you press key pulse, and then you'll jump. Just press the buttons. I can't. I've been using paddles for 15 years. It's literally like taking someone who has only used controller and telling them to use a mouse and keyboard. It's like you can do it, But it's gonna feel really clunky. It's gonna be super freaking clunky. Paddles, yeah. At the back here. Or if you have Xbox right here. Although you can't really see these. Paddles. I know, I wish paddles were standard on controller. Like, playing high octane action games feels so much better with paddles. Because you're just so much more fluid. Like, you never have to move your thumb off of the sticks at all. So you have full control over your character movement, your camera movement, and your jumping and your dodging. It's really, really, really nice. I mean, that's why people played claw before paddles were a thing. Because they wanted to have full control over their character while also pressing the buttons. Yeah, you can play it co-op. Yeah. You can play it co-op. I love my DualSense Edge. Yeah, and the good thing with these is, like, say if your thumbstick drifts or whatever, you can just literally take the thumbstick out, get a new one, and just put it in. Easy peasy. You don't need to buy a whole ass new controller. They're getting to the point where it's more standard, yeah. But then, you know, companies can charge more money for a controller with paddles, so why would they make their regular controller have paddles? When they can charge more. I was like, wait, what happened? Kodama Soul? Dude, me running around here finding camps to get rid of. We got Exorcist Cestices. It's like a special one. We also got a smithing text. I didn't get to see a smithy in this game during my preview. But I did get a bunch of smithing texts. And I got it all from side content. So, like, going and clearing camps, going and finding hidden chests, fighting, like, field bosses. You get a lot. There's so much cool stuff for you to find. Yeah, dude. It's gonna take me, like, 70 hours to clear one map. JRX, thank you for 9 months. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Are the replacement sticks available again? I don't know. I haven't had to look at them. I have to take a look. Axel, that's kind of how I was at the preview event, to be honest. I was like, okay, first of all, what do we have access to? Let me read it. Okay, I'm reading. Got it. Okay, now how am I supposed to jump? How the fudge am I supposed to dodge? Like, when I went to PAX and I played the Onimusha demo at PAX, I also didn't have paddles. So I was just like, I literally can't dodge. I can only parry. Parry only. Can't dodge. Nioh 3 is gonna be glorious. Absolutely glorious. You see how OP this is. Dude, look at this. Look at the damage when we pop this. Look at it. Just look at Raiju's health bar. I was like, I don't know what he's doing. So I'm running, but I shouldn't have because I do 7,000 billion damage. It's OP. It's OP as hell. Yeah, I don't know what is going on here, but I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. This is the first time that I had popped Living Artifact in this demo, so I was like, wait, what happened? It's like, wait, what? Oh, okay. Cool. I guess. Cool. Oh, this is me finding Advancing Storm and being like, oh, Advancing Storm. It's here. Onimusha is good, yeah. Onimusha is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can customize absolutely everything on your controls. So whatever works for you. What's up, Ghost? How are you? Yeah, I was very like, I didn't understand why it did so much damage because he was a lightning boss and I used a lightning. I was using lightning stuff. I'm like, maybe it's a Final Fantasy like fireball situation where you use the thing that they do and it overwhelms them and they explode. I don't know. Yeah, the living artifact stuff is basically the same as 2, but it gives you a separate form, so you have like a separate health bar. But it also gives you just like different moves and enhanced moves, and if you're using a lightning guardian spirit or you're using a water guardian spirit, it will put those effects on your weapon. But you can switch weapons and you can have like, so I'm using spear and hatchets. You could be in hatchets in your guardian spirit form. You could be with the spear. Dual blade builds after title update 4. Just like from people. Thanks, Axel. Yeah, that's why I kept calling it living weapon, because I was like, it does kind of remind me of living weapon more than anything. JRX, yeah. Yep. You can have samurai form, have an Odachi, and you can have Kusarigama ninja form. I will not be... No, I'm a hatchets player in Nioh. I'm not a dual blades player in Wilds. No, I don't really enjoy dual blades. Gear customization, like with changing weapons and armor. I couldn't visit a smithy. Hey, Dimitri, do you want to play Night Rain with Cowboy in a bit? I assume he's cool with it. I haven't asked. But he came in and asked if I wanted to play Night Rain, and I was like, well, I didn't have any plans today, so. Advancing Storm! Doing literally no damage. It's doing some damage, I guess. See, that was the Guardian Spirit's other skill. Bring. Bring. Transmog is usually a thing in the games, yeah. There should be transmog. Bang. Yeah, dude, I saw poison and I was like, ooh, poison. I did it right away. And you can have it up all the time, because when you're in samurai form or ninja form, you're refreshing your ninjutsu. So yeah, you can just keep spitting at them. It's great. Yeah, this freaking guy, I remember seeing him for the first time in Nioh 2. But it was like a souped up one in the village and he beat my ass. You'll also recognize this guy. I played a little bit with Tonfas, yeah. I tried everything just to see how it feels. But because there's so many weapons and there's so many things unlocked, look at this damage. Oh, this actually isn't as much as the other one. That's actually not unreasonable. No, I lied. I lied, it's still unreasonable. But because there was so many weapons and so many things unlocked and so many abilities and stances with the abilities, and well, not in the case of Tonfas, but I wanted to try everything, but kind of focus and try and figure out what we had access to for specific ones. Here's the map of this area. Here's the Crucible that you're working towards. So, but you have all of this that you can go do. So you can just go right there, Or you can like branch off to all of these paths. The one in the circle arena. I think the first time I think it was the circle arena. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think so. Being able to layer a bunch of different pieces. Yeah, that's really cool. That's real cool. It's dark. They had to adjust my brightness because they looked at my screen and looked at other people's screens and they're like, "Why is your screen so dark?" I'm like, "I don't know. I can't really see." Because it was sunny too, so like sun was shining on the screen. I was like, I can't really see. Yeah, this guy's back. I became an expert at fighting this guy. Let me tell you, I'm no longer an expert at fighting. No more. Not even a little bit. So he was on the pathway to the Crucible. Yeah, he whooped my ass in Nioh 2 as well. And then I remember getting to the point where I was like, wait, why did he whoop my ass? It was like not hard at all. I was like, I think I was just psyching myself out. I was just psyching myself out. Big scary man teleporting. Very scary. Very scary. The small room didn't help. Yeah, you're right. He was in a freaking tiny room. Oh, I think I kind of broke him a little bit here too. So I think I broke the game twice. So here, you see when we go into the other realm, this is what he looks like, right? Like he's kind of, you know, he's kind of ghosty. But watch what happens. I summon this, which paralyzes him. I don't know. I broke everything. I don't know how I did it. Just watch what he looks like after this. I'm like, he's invisible. And they're like, he'll come back eventually, probably. That also happens in Nioh 2. Yeah, if he's doing his red attack, if you like interrupt it, goes invisible. Because you can see he's in between like regular form and going into tornado form. And if you interrupt him in that section where he's like transitioning, he's just kind of an invisible ghost monster. I was like, I'm bad. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know. Dong! I kept interrupting them with that, which honestly isn't the best thing to do. It's not the best thing to do because it's much better to hit them with the R2 form shift and get like a big interrupt because it does a lot of damage. So interrupting them with skills is like not as good. See, that is a living artifact specific move there at the end, I'm pretty sure. It's really good. Transformed art beyond infinity fire. I was like, cool. I don't know what that means. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, nice, great. I don't know. I don't have time. I was running out of time. I was literally, at this point, I was 10 minutes away from having to leave and go to the airport. So I was like, go! You gotta go! Oh, dude, yeah, they really, so this is the Crucible. I'll go back a little bit. They really fleshed out how the ninja feels in general. Like, it feels so good to switch between them now. All of the weapons feel really, really, really good and really fleshed out. And, yeah, dude, That's so good. So good. You can, I didn't see, like at the beginning when you would customize like your living artifact thing, I didn't see that anywhere. I didn't see it. But you can obviously pick which weapon you use in it because it's determined by the weapon that you're holding. So this is the Crucible. I assume each area will have this. This is basically a zone that's very angry and rude. Everything does more damage in here. If you take damage, it temporarily lowers your maximum health until you get hits on something or kill a thing or die. Everything hurts really bad, but you get really good loot from here, and you can also get Crucible specific weapons. So the Crucible weapons that you can get, we actually get one. I'll talk about the weapon when I look at it. I'll tell you about it. But it's basically a separate area within this map that you're in. You don't have traditional shrines either. You have these, which is basically just where you'll revive at. Everything does more damage. Everything hurts. Everything's tankier. And you can see my health bar. My health bar gets red bits on it from when I got hit, but then as I'm hitting them, I get my health back. Nightwing, hello, hello. Dude, I want another demo. Yeah, it's the Yokai Realm on crack. Exactly. Exactly. It is. It's like a permanent yokai zone that's just all bad all the time. No reprieve from how bad it is. It's just all bad all the time. I had no stamina, which made me sad. Rally system? Yeah, I guess so. I guess you can get yourself in a situation where you're like, oh my god, I have to hit them. But it's not quite the same. Just you get hit, your max HP lowers. If you hit them, you can get your max HP back. So yeah, from the alpha demo to this demo, everything feels better. Everything feels better. Parry feels better. Deflect. It's called deflect this game. The form shifting to interrupt these attacks feels better. Ninja feels way more fleshed out in terms of its moveset. It's now like super obvious why you'd want to use a ninja versus a samurai. It also helps that we had access to like 6 weapons per ninja and per samurai. So when you have that many weapons, it's definitely a big difference as well. I think this is where I look at them. Yeah, these. So this is a Crucible specific weapon. Now what Crucible weapons do is I think they all come with Crucible weapon drop rate, plus whatever percentage, but they also come with Crucible arts. And Crucible arts give you access to a move that you don't currently have access to. So I don't have access to Mountain Hawk, but when I have these hatchets equipped, I can use that skill. So I think there's a case where you could probably get really good RNG on a Crucible weapon drop and get access to a Crucible art that like you're nowhere near getting access to, and you can use that weapon like way earlier than you would be able to otherwise. They confirmed the other 2 weapons. Is it what is it? Switchglaive and the staff weapon? Is it available to learn? I don't know. I don't know. I think it is. Yeah. You know, I think it is because it specifically says gives you access to a move that you haven't learned yet. Switchglaive on samurai, split staff on ninja. That makes sense. Yep. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think when I played the Crucible in the alpha demo, I got a Crucible weapon that had something on it that made me do more damage in the Crucible. But I might be lying to you. I don't remember. I could be lying. That's right. How does martial arts proficiency feel on samurai? It feels really good. Yeah. It feels super good. It feels really, really good. Everything feels so much better. Like just across the board, like the things that were most noticeable are like deflecting, the shifting of your forms, your styles, as they call them, style shift. Summoning with the summoning seals feels a lot better. Those things were super noticeable, but everything in general was just cleaner, sharper, more fluid. Yeah. So you can only get Crucible weapons in the Crucible zone. And obviously you'd only make use of the Crucible weapon drop rate when you're in the Crucible. But you can make use of the Crucible arts anywhere in the game. Hey, Edaledge, how you doing? See, equipping a weapon with a Crucible art that has not been learned. The following command will be set for it while this weapon is equipped. So up and triangle after a quick attack. You want to pre-order? Well, it comes out in February, so you don't have to pre-order now. You can keep your money in your pocket until, you know, like 2 days before. Crucible weapons are weapons that drop specifically in the Crucible that come with specific Crucible stats on it and also give you access to an ability that you do not currently have access to. You're fixing your parents' TV? Oh, no. This is when I went to the airport. This is when I think Cowboy showed up and he's like, watch, you're gonna miss your flight. And I was like, oh, I guess you're right. Crucible is not PvP, no. The Crucible is, it's right here. So when you see, hear me, hold on. Hold on. When you see this is an entry to the Crucible. What does it say, actually, when you do that? Something about, like, it's dangerous. It's... An abnormal presence emanates from within. It's a hard area. Crucible weapons give you the skill permanently if you max familiarity, which tells me it's very likely that is the only way to get the skill. Ooh, maybe. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Well, I can, like, start it from the beginning. Because you guys who are just joining us also missed character creator, so you can see some of that, too. No, Glock, you're totally fine. I'm here to answer questions. That's what I'm doing. If I get invited to anything, I think the least I could do is answer questions that you guys have. I might not have the answer to all of them, but I'll try. The gear set, the skills, the living artifacts, I know. I'm so excited. It's one of those games, similar, I think Elden Ring has a similar effect on me, but Nioh more so than really anything. No, Monster Hunter as well. Where I play it and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. I just have a feeling of like joy pass over my body and my brain. And I go, wow, I'm so happy. It's really interesting, actually, because I don't get that feeling with every game that I play. There's just certain games that I get this, like, it almost feels like when you have like a shiver down your spine almost, or if you're listening to music and you get goosebump, it's like a woo. Where you're like, ah. It's like coming home to a hot meal and the fire's on and you got some fluffy slippers and yeah. The hair can be pretty long. Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of these hairstyles were in either Nioh 2 or Wolong. I think a lot of them were in Wolong. Yeah, you can do earrings. There's a ton of different accessories that you can do. Base hair, bangs, tied hair, curl, how curly it is, length of each different piece. Hey, Rochi! How you doing? I had so much fun being there too. Everyone at Team Ninja is so nice. So nice. So kind, so wonderful. So helpful and friendly. I don't know if I saw anything that reached the hits. Yeah, I don't know if I saw that. That'd be nice. No, it was in San Francisco. And it was raining a lot. It was raining a lot. It was very, very, very rainy. But, I mean, I'd love to go to Japan. But I don't think I would have been able to go if it was me going to Japan. But San Francisco is literally like a 2-hour flight for me. So it's much more manageable. What time is it? I have the footage on here on a little SD card. The raw footage. This is 3.5 hours of Nioh footage is on here. I can only show you an hour. I can only show you an hour. But yeah, color tips, base hair, tip color, hair gradation, width, highlights, highlight color, gray hair color. You can go crazy. Different hair tips, length, how curly it is. You can see the bangs change. There's a lot that you can do, which is expected. Yeah, unlimited screenshots. It was so smart to take screenshots, man. It was so smart. I didn't even think about that. So smart. I only messed with the hair and gave her an eye patch. I didn't even change her eye color. I had some restraint. Oh, dude, I know. I need every character creator to allow me to change the base hair and the bangs separately from each other. Oh my god, please. It makes it so much easier for everyone to get the hair they want. Because sometimes we'll be like, yeah, you can have pigtails, but there's no bangs. Or they're weird bangs. They're not weird. But you know. No, there's 2 other weapons that they announced today. Which I think one of them was a picture. There was a picture of one of them and I was like, hold on a second. But we had access to... Samurai has... Switchglaive, which we found out about today. Axe, cestices, which are fists, sword, dual swords, spear. Am I missing one? I think I am. Dual swords, sword, dual swords, axe, spear, cestices, switchglaive. Yeah, it's 7 for each style, yeah. Odachi! Thank you! Yes, Odachi. Each have 7. Ninja has sword, dual sword, hatchets, split staff, kusarigama, tonfa. Did I say fists? I don't remember. They share a couple of them. They share a couple, but even the ones that they share have different movesets. They have different movesets. Ninja has a lot of, like, aerial moves. A lot of aerials. Odachi Kusarigama has been my go-to. I was a hatchet. I just used hatchets and threw them and rolled around on the floor. Yeah, cestus and talons. Yeah. Yeah, I used the Odachi a little bit. Actually, they have a little, like, move with the butt. That was kind of nice. You could do, like, multiple hits in the air. Like a lot of hits in the air. I used dual swords for a little bit in Nioh 2. I used dual swords, kusarigama, hatchets. I think those were the ones I used the most. Yeah, Switchglaive is great, Edeledge. Yeah, it's great. Juggle, you're not really hitting them in the air, but you're in the air. You're juggling yourself. You're juggling yourself. Yes. You have so many arrow moves. You do. Reverse DMC. There's so many weapons. I was like, oh my god. How am I supposed to pick which weapons to use? And how am I supposed to know what these weapons do? Look at all of this. For 6 weapons, you can basically have 4 weapons at a time. Yep, you can have 4 weapons at a time. I don't know if I'm going to be doing 4 weapons at a time. But definitely 2, because so in the alpha demo that we had at home, I think towards the end I found myself switching between them more often, but it wasn't as clear as to why you'd want to do that outside of like using ninjutsu and then using martial arts, right? When each of those were full. But in this version of the game, it was very obvious when you wanted to use which of the styles.
Nothing but ruins.
It was super obvious.
Is this not the capital?
He was like, "Oh, I want to dodge more, or I want to use water, and like this weapon has water on it, so I'm going to switch to this one that has water." Or my guardian spirit on the ninja does this thing, which I think is going to be better against this enemy. Or this is a guy I want to parry. Parrying is really strong. Yeah, it feels great, man. I just want to play Nioh 3. Oh, I just want to play Nioh 3. Dun, 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 dun. More passive effects also in true Nioh fashion, more abilities to stack element damage. True. Yeah. You can, even if you don't use it, you can think of it as just like adding more stats to your character. Switchglaive and Tonfa's dual axe were my go-to in Nioh 2. I'm so happy that we have 7 weapons per style. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. That's so many. It's so many. I like all the options in Nioh. I know that it is a lot, but I don't find it super overwhelming. It always seems to just kind of naturally make sense, you know? Maybe. To me. Except when you start getting to like placing teapots into tea cabinets. Like, wait, what am I doing with this tea cup? Huh? I used Tonfa low stance for guard breaking human enemies in Nioh 2. It was crazy. Well, Ninja doesn't have stances, so it's definitely a little bit different. But I think they did a really good job with it. Like, you lose the stances, but you have more aerial combos, and I think all of the weapons just flow better. I think they just flow better. Guys, I need to get water, so I'm gonna play you the IGN video because I want to watch the end of it because the gameplay is from Team Ninja. The gameplay is from Team Ninja. And I haven't seen the end of this. See, I stopped it like here. Okay, let me go grab some water. You watch this. Get tucked in. I'll be right back. I'm also gonna give Bella her
I've gone hands-on
seizure
with
medication.
Nioh 3 on 3 separate occasions at this
I'll be right
point.
back.
The first was with the limited time demo, which was all just about me getting my bearings back and remembering how to play Nioh after 5 or so years away. The second was a preview event that was part of our IGN First coverage, where I was able to dig a little deeper into the new ninja mode and talk about some of the evolutions made in the Nioh formula. For this third and presumably final time ahead of release, I told myself, I'm just gonna have fun with it. And so when my time began, I adjusted my build to my liking, asked the Team Ninja community lead, who appropriately goes by Master, to teach me all the sick tech that he knew, and I was off to the races to go up against the biggest challenge I had faced thus far pre-release, a Crucible. It's a new type of level that features extra tough enemies that chunk bits of your max life every time they hit you until you hit them back. Suffice it to say, if my goal was to have fun, well, then mission accomplished. My demo didn't begin in the Crucible, so I was able to work my way up to meet its challenge by first making my way through a warped red light district that had seemingly been transformed and twisted with evil yokai power. Team Ninja was very generous with our builds, giving me a healthy collection of high-level gear with any type of weapon of my choosing. Wanting to try something new, I decided on going with the cestus as my main samurai weapon and the single katana for my ninja loadout. I immediately fell in love with the cestus. There's just something so incredibly cathartic about draining an enemy's stamina, and then when you go in for the execution, it's just aggressive blunt force trauma on a demon's face with a level of blood splatter that can rival a Mortal Kombat brutality. Not only that, but I also had a skill that allowed me to sit there and channel all of my stamina into a single Falcon Punch-like strike that would just obliterate whatever happened to be standing in front of me. The bone-crunching sound effects and the usual Team Ninja animation smoothness only enhanced the satisfaction. On the other side of the coin was the single katana in ninja mode, and if you're a Ninja Gaiden fan, this is probably going to be what you want to check out. The big star of the weapon in my eyes was a move called the Swallow Slash, and if you are a big Ninja Gaiden fan, you probably already know what that's gonna look like. It's a super fast dashing attack that goes through enemies and can even be upgraded to allow you to quickly move back and forth multiple times through the same enemy, just like Ryu's Flying Swallow. It's a bit riskier in a game with limited stamina and treacherous terrain that could lead to instant death if one were to swallow slash themselves off a cliff, but it is nonetheless an incredibly satisfying technique and a great way to start off a fight. The red light district itself was classic Nioh level design. Lots of barred off paths that funnel you through largely linear design, with a handful of optional forks that lead to some extra loot, with a healthy dose of traps and enemy ambushes lying around every corner. Side note, Team Ninja President Fumihiko Yasuda sat down to watch me play for a bit and got a kick out of how slowly and carefully I entered each room, and even more so when, even despite all of my caution, I'd still fall for one of the many traps laid throughout the level. The boss of this level was Takasugi Shinsaku, a samurai armed with a guardian spirit, a gun, and a sword, and he made liberal use of all three. Like most human-sized Nioh 3 boss fights, it was a tense and fast-paced battle that finds that sweet spot of being just predictable enough to be able to identify patterns, with enough variation in those patterns to make the act of identifying them satisfyingly challenging. After defeating Shinsaku, the next area was one of the new open field levels that I talked about in my last preview. This time though, we were allowed to challenge the Crucible, which is basically the ultimate.
I was watching this gameplay and I was like, I should have just used Team Ninja's gameplay. My gameplay's hot ass. I should have just used theirs. I should have messaged Master and been like, hey, could you capture some gameplay for me? Because I'm dumb and I'm old. I can't adjust to not having my controller. Dude, it's so bad. You know, like, it's the same thing when you go to like you deck out your bedroom, right? Well, at the beginning there was a thing. Where did it say it? There was like a pop-up that said, this is Team Ninja's gameplay or something. It's like when you deck out your bedroom where your bed is perfect and your setup is great and your temperature's great and you can only sleep when you're in your room. So then when you go to a hotel, it's all bad. It's all super, super bad because you're so used to this specific thing. That's how I am with the controller. It's really annoying. I annoy myself, but I also have control freaks, right? So if I'm raw dogging a controller with no paddles and no control freaks, I might as well be dead. I might as well just be dead. You know, what's the point? Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. I can't remember what it was. I swear to God I saw it. Anyway.
Every time they hit you until you hit them back.
It might have
Suffice
been
it to say,
after the
if my
final
goal
preview
was to have
popped up.
fun, well, then mission accomplished. My demo didn't begin in the Crucible, so I was able to work my way up to meet its challenge by first making my way through a warped red light district that had seemingly been transformed and twisted with evil yokai power. Team Ninja
I like this
was
area. This footage was provided by Team Ninja, not captured from my playthrough. See? That's why, because I saw that they gave us B-roll, but I didn't realize until the B-roll was like gone. But I was like, no, everyone's probably going to use B-roll, so I should probably use my own gameplay, even though it's ass. It's fine.
only meaner. Hugely damaging spike traps were
I
everywhere.
wanted to watch.
Aaron Dodge could
Actually, no, this is
only
good.
meaner.
I'm gonna, because this is more Crucible gameplay. I'll mute this bit. Oh, these freaking assholes.
With enough variation in those patterns to make the act of identifying them
I think it's all
satisfying
the
and
footage,
challenging.
because when we went there, they didn't have capture stations set up for us. We had to bring our own capture device. So I wonder if they just didn't bring capture.
After
stuff.
defeating Shinsaku, the next area was one of the
Maybe.
new open field levels that I talked about in my last preview. This time though, we were allowed to challenge the Crucible, which is basically the ultimate challenge of each open field in Nioh 3. Entering the Crucible
Yes.
takes you to a hellish landscape where yokai are all buffed to deal increased damage. In addition to that, if damage is taken while inside a Crucible, the player will be infected with life corrosion, which will temporarily reduce their max
This guy
health.
is like a Souls fan. He does play like all sorts of Souls games, so you know he's probably fine. He's probably fine. But I always ask ahead of time, you know, because sometimes companies will tell you ahead of time that there's not going to be. Sorry, I should play this while I'm yapping. That there's going to be capture stuff or there's not going to be capture stuff, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just don't mention the capture stuff at all, the capture situation. So I always ask. I'm always like, what's the capture situation like? Do I need to bring my own? What happened? I broke it? I'm breaking everything. Do I need to bring my own stuff? Like, what's the deal? I should have asked to bring my controller. I will. Next time. Frying pan with 115 months. Welcome back. Thing looks scary as hell. Thank you so much. Thank you. Never played a Nioh game. They're really, really good. And there's a ton of content for you to dive into. I can't remember.
Combat thanks to its split of samurai and ninja
Because
modes,
sometimes they
but
have the
also with
narrator is
massive
different
addition
to the
of its own
writer.
field levels, each of which seemingly will include its own separate crucible. It's a challenge.
There's
I'm
a new
eager-
offer. Yeah. Hold on. Let me show you. This one. Koei Tecmo Black Friday sale. So Nioh 2 is $20 at the moment. Nioh 2, the complete edition, $20. You could buy Nioh 2 and Rise of the Ronin for less than $50. So yeah, this is the complete edition is the base game and all DLCs. So yeah. Yay.
really anticipate taking on with my personal build and progression.
Easily
and
200
one that I won't
hours,
have to
yeah.
wait terribly long
Easily.
for, as Nioh 3 releases on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series
He's
X
wrong about
S,
that. It's not
and
coming on
PC
Xbox.
February 6,
It's not.
2026. For more
That's the thing. They're like IGN has some good journalists and they have some bad ones. Every like company that does this stuff, they have some good ones they have some bad ones. So it's always worth paying attention to who the person is that's doing the preview or the review or whatever, because they are not all created equally. They're not all created equally at all. So for example, if there's like, I tend to follow reviewers over like the actual person over the company. Yeah. Over the company. Because it's like, oh, I really like the way that this person does stuff. I think this is no commenting.
And for everything else in the world of video games, keep it here.
That way, I'm not just like talking over him and it's just in-game sounds. Character creator is awesome. Nuri Botoke. Sky. Yeah. This is like the Crucible boss. So not only do you have character creator, you can individually change your character for samurai and ninja. They can have completely different looks to them. Kind of like Rise of the Ronin, actually. Yeah. Similar to that. Jesus. He looks freaking nuts in this zone. Yeah, disgusting. Let me turn it up a little bit. Bring. Living artifact, not weapon. There's a lot of like Ninja Gaiden stuff in here too, I feel like. I think if you're a Ninja Gaiden fan who hasn't previously enjoyed Nioh games, I think you'd enjoy Nioh 3. I think so. I'm gonna get my ass beat for a little bit. But then eventually I'll become strong and smart. Maybe. I can't believe they made a Nioh 3. They told us they weren't gonna make any more Nioh games, and I'm so happy that we're getting more. I know, I was like, Nioh 3? And then they put out a demo, like right away. That was crazy. And then I spent like 6 hours in the demo. And I was like, what the hell? Oh, sure, we can watch this. Especially if they're using Team Ninja footage. Yeah, sure. We'll watch it all.
Keeping the year of the ninja rolling with September's IGN First for Nioh 3. Be on the lookout all month long for new features, gameplay reveals, and exclusive interviews with the dev team at Team Ninja.
This is old. Never mind, I lied.
But here on IGN.
I lied. Yeah, correction. Nioh 3 released on PlayStation 5 and PC. Xbox has not been announced. Not good. Not good. Not good. They were going to do PvP for Nioh 2, but they ended up scrapping it. Yeah, I thought it was more footage, but it's not. It's not. Preview. Yeah, it literally says it right there. Oh, there's actually some articles I wanted to read too. Let me find them. There was one where they interviewed, I think they interviewed the devs, and I wanted to look at that. This one. This one. Let me zoom in. This is from RPG Site. I don't know if it's good or not, but I saw it and I was like, I want to read it. So we're reading it together. I'm reading it to you. Team Ninja talks exploration, difficulty, mascots, and more. Da da ba da ba. Shubba-da-ba-da-me. Ba-da-ba. Fumihiko Koyosta, and who is the development producer and head of Team Ninja, as well as Kohei Shibata, director and project manager at Team Ninja. Yeah, I feel like this is good. The interview has been slightly edited for clarity. Okay. Can you describe why you decided to make a third Nioh title? Is there something special that you want to achieve in the third one? I should put on a little bit of music. Hold on. It's weird to be in complete silence. See you later, Ghost. Have a good day at work. Perfect. Just a little bit of jazz. A little bit of jazz. Is there something special that you wanted to achieve in the third one? When we developed Nioh and then Nioh 2, there were about 2 or 3 years in terms of the span between the two titles. After that, we thought that there were things that, even though we had focused on the action gameplay side of it, we knew that there was more that we could have done in terms of other gameplay advancements. After creating Nioh 2 and all of its DLCs, we decided to take a bit of a break from the Nioh series until we could come up with the right ideas for a Nioh 3. During that time, we started working on games such as Ninja Gaiden 4, Rise of the Ronin. As we were working on those titles, the ideas and proposal for Nioh 3 came up. So they were working on them, and then they were like, we could make a Nioh 3, though. Guys, these are cool. But what if we made a Nioh 3 instead? What if? These ideas were dual samurai and ninja action gameplay, as well as some elements of an open field. And so I thought, looking at that, these are really big advancements that we can do to the game that would really make it worthy of a Nioh 3. So they didn't want to make a Nioh 3 until they could make a reason for a Nioh 3, which is actually funny because that's what I said, right? It's like Nioh 3 feels very like you're coming home. It feels very much like Nioh, but there's enough here that's different that makes it make sense for it to be another game. I'm glad they got to interview them because I didn't get to see any of the Team Ninja like dev team. So I'm happy that we can read it together. We felt that with the experience that we were gaining from working on all the other titles that Team Ninja was working on, we thought that we would be able to make the best use of them and have something there. It gave me the confidence that we can create the best Nioh game in the series by having all of this latest knowledge and experience within the team. From your initial announcement, I knew that Nioh 3 had the more open fields and had the Ninja Samurai duality, but one thing I wasn't aware of until I started playing the demo was... So I'm always thinking about the role-playing stuff, right? I saw that various skill systems seem expanded upon from previous games, including more passive abilities, weapon skill trees, and other role-playing elements. Can you talk about the approach there? This time, yes. With the skills, we have made some changes and additions. One of the things that led to this is the open field, since there's a lot of exploration that can take place. You can discover and also gain new skills from exploration, and with the skills themselves... with the skills that you can put in place. Obviously, there are ones that can help with the base character that will help increase your defense, help increase your attacks, but also there are also those. You need to edit it again, brother. This is dear Lord. With the skills that you can place in place, there are ones that will help increase your defense, help increase your attacks. But there are also those that are specific to samurai style and specific to the ninja style that will help you buff those specific areas up. So there are those things that will help with those styles. Yeah, as I'm reading it, I'm going to go a little bit slower and I'm going to try to read it in a way that makes sense rather than just reading it because I feel like it's not edited in like a super great way. If you want to, you can decide, I just want to strengthen the samurai style or just strengthen the ninja style. So we leave that up to the player. They have the choice. They don't have to do both. they can have the option of just doing one or the other. But with the different kinds of skills that you can have for the samurai style and for the ninja style, they can also help accentuate each of those skills. So, for example, you can be in the samurai style and have a certain buff that you use. And when you switch out to the ninja style, that ninja style can have something that will help even further increase the buff that's not available in just the samurai style. Yeah, TLDR, you can buff and your buff remains. Please help. If I end up, I actually might get a migraine after this because I'm really tired. And I get migraines when I'm tired. This isn't helping. But I like the questions they're asking, you know? Okay. So we wanted to expand the different options that players will have in terms of putting a character together and also being able to find the combinations that will be right for however the player wants to play the game. Wonderful. Can you briefly describe the narrative setting for the game, especially for non-Japanese people who may not be familiar with the periods in history that Nioh 3 is set in? From what I understand, it's like a time-hopping sort of adventure. So the theme of the story, of Nioh 3's story, is Shogun. You can think of the Shogun as the top of the samurai. Nioh 3 is a story of a character, Takechio, who starts out a little bit meek but grows to become the next Shogun. The big guy at the top of the samurai guys. At the start of the story, we start at the end of the Sengoku Warring States period of Japan, where the chaos has ended and shifted into a time of peace. After this, the Bakumatsu era, and we're at a time when it is now time to decide who the next shogun will be. The main characters are two brothers who are basically in line to be the shogun. Yeah, right, Ninja? If I'm sleepy, if I can feel that I'm like, guys, I'm so tired, I'm gonna end up getting a migraine for sure, like 9 times out of 10. It is pretty much unavoidable unless I just go to bed. I can avoid it by sleeping, but that's pretty much the only way that I can avoid it. Unfortunately. This is actually based on a historical fact that there actually was, in fact, a pair of brothers who were rivals to become the next shogun around this time. In Nioh 3, we sort of veer away from history because in actual historical facts, the older brother became shogun. But in Nioh 3, the older brother Takechio ends up being tricked by his younger brother Kunimatsu, who ends up taking the position of shogun. Since Takechio, the older brother, has lost that opportunity of becoming shogun, it is now a story that takes place to see him recover and work to be able to take back that position from his brother. Takechio also gains the ability to traverse through time. He's a time traveler. In this game itself, we go through the various time periods in Japan that focus on the samurai. We have the Sengoku era, which is where the previous games have been set. That is included again, but also the eras before that, when the concept of samurai first emerged in Japanese history. I was going to say Japan's history, but either works. Hey, Poofer, how you doing? I enjoyed your videos. They were great. I'm now reading this article where it's written in an interesting way. And I'm doing my best. There's a lot of... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then also, as mentioned, we go into the later Bakumatsu era, which is somewhat a time of peace, but still there are samurai during this time. They do a lot of... So we have the skills, and then if you go to the samurai skills, you could put the samurai skills with the ninja skills, and then the skills in the skill tree of the samurai ninja could be added on top of the samurai ninja skills to become the ultimate samurai ninja skills. You're like, wait, what did they just say to me? What just happened? Calm, thank you for the 5 YouTube membership gifts. That's super nice of you. Thank you so much. Way of the Lao, Sanchez, E.G., no Smith, And Houston II, welcome. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Thank you so much. It's gotten better now. The stuff before that was, you know. You're slaying yokai in the Bakumatsu era. And the Sengoku era. And samurais and ninjas. And skills. But most importantly, lots of yokai. So players are able to encounter various samurai and officers from various time periods. And as the main character Takachio goes through these various time periods and battles, or becomes allies with certain officers at these times. And that shows his growth throughout the game. I'm trying to omit words that don't need to be there and are just like trying to confuse the reader. I have a follow-up to that. One of my writers wants to ask, will Takachio get to meet his grandfather, Takugawa Ieyasu, as a younger man in the past? Ha ha ha! So what I'd like to say is, please play the game and look forward to that. But in fact, as I mentioned, the Sengoku period does appear in the game. And that's the period when Ieyasu, his grandfather, happened to live. So there's a part of the story where the two of them interact in some form, but we'll just leave it there for now. Yay! Fun. I have a two-part question here. Jesus. But they go together. The previous Nioh games, as well as Rise of the Ronin, were done in collaboration with Sony, released on PlayStation first and PC later. Nioh 3, on the other hand, is being published directly with Koei Tecmo, with PlayStation and PC versions releasing at the same time. So the first part of this question is, how does that approach come with Nioh 3 compared to the first two games? The second part of the question is, PC ports for previous games, while there have been improvements, have had some mixed reception in terms of quality and performance. What can players expect from the PC version of Nioh 3 coming out day one this time? See, this is why I wanted to read their interview, because they're asking direct, important questions that I would like to know. Because I started playing Wolong on PC, and I think it was the second area that I reached, and the performance was like so bad that I ended up restarting on PlayStation. So I'd like to not do that again, please. There are two parts to your question, but I do believe it is indeed all one topic at heart. For Nioh 3, from day one, we wanted to have the simultaneous multi-platform launch with PlayStation and PC. And this is something we have done in the past with titles like Wolong. Yes, I know, I noticed. So that's something we wanted to do again with Nioh 3. With that, we do recognize that with Wolong and Rise of the Ronin, initially there were some issues with the Steam versions. In order to make sure we don't have the same mistakes happen again, we are working very closely with our R&D and QA teams to make sure the game comes out in the best possible state. Great. I mean, what else are they going to say, right? Unfortunately, I've definitely been in the situation where I have played a game before release that actually has terrible performance, but for me, it was totally fine. So I told the team, like, yeah, performance is great. No problemos. And there were problemos. So, but I mean, it's good to hear. It's good to hear that they're obviously aware of the state that it launched in. It's good that they are doing their best to make it launch in a good state. So that's good. With this title and previous Nioh titles, my PC... Oh, I have a command for that. Oh, I changed it. Whoops. I forgot. I literally changed it, and I forgot. It's not QA, though. No, it's not QA. I don't know what you need to do. Send the game to people with... Put out a demo. You know what you need? You need a demo. You need a PC demo right now. And you need to have people play it who have all sorts of setups, and you need to have people give their feedback about performance. Well, collect data about performance. And then anything that you see where there's a dip in performance, dip in whatever, see what they're using and try and fix it. It's really the best thing that you can do in terms of performance stuff, because there's so many PC setups There's so many that you're really not going to know if you have performance issues until you release it to the public in some kind of way. You can do your best, obviously, and you can do a pretty good job. But yeah, you're not going to have a full picture of everyone's setup until you give it to everybody. Release a demo. Thank you. With this title and previous Nioh titles, you've released time-limited alpha demos soliciting feedback from players, which is a practice not a lot of developers do, at least on that scale. Can you describe how these demos and feedback have worked out for Team Ninja? Speaking of giving feedback, I think the feedback from the alpha demo this time was very positive. In Nioh 3, since we're trying new things like the open field and ninja style, we were curious about how players would accept it. Looking at the reactions we received, people did like it, and it was really encouraging for us to know that these things that players enjoyed. Of course, we received a lot of other useful feedback that helped out with our development. To give you a few examples, we are able to create the new ninja style this time. In previous games, we made it so you could switch between two weapons. Initially, we felt that being able to switch weapons and switch styles might be a bit too complicated or convoluted for some people, so we decided to take out the ability to switch between two weapons. However, we received a lot of feedback that those who had played the series in the past also wanted the ability to switch weapons, on top of being able to switch styles, so we decided to make that an available option in the game once again. You actually don't need to switch between weapons to clear the game, but the option is there for those who want to make use of it. That's an example of one such feedback we got from the alpha demo. In the past, we've received a lot of feedback about types of things people wanted to see in previous games that we weren't able to do before, and some of those things we've now been able to incorporate into Nioh 3. Most people don't send crash reports. They don't send crash reports. That's true. Sorry, Ed. I wait. They don't send crash reports. I think the best thing that they can do is just on their end, collect data as best as they can. Software QA IRL. The problems are known. It's a matter of whether devs are allowed to fix it. Because a lot of the time they do know about the issues, but project managers sign off anyway. Classic. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. It's really windy outside. If you see my lights flickering, Team Ninja hasn't taken me down. The weather has. That actually leads into my next question. Playing the demo here, and this is simplifying it a bit, but Nioh 3 kind of feels like a mix between Nioh 2 and Rise of the Ronin in a way. I was curious, with Rise of the Ronin being more of an open world game, what feedback did you learn from either developing Rise of the Ronin or response to it that might have influenced how you approach some similar concept in Nioh 3 with the expanded zones and everything that manifests there? Rise of the Ronin was an open world game that took place in the 19th century Japan, and really, the goal of the game was to experience that place and time in the world. So that was a bit of a different approach than what we want to do with Nioh 3. But in terms of the game design and the technical aspects, there were a lot of things that we were able to take from the experience of developing Rise of the Ronin. I think some of the feedback that we also received for Rise of the Ronin was that we relied too much on UI. And some parts of the game were a little repetitive. Bagel, thank you for gifting a sub to Axel. That's so nice. Thank you so much. No more ads. No more ads. From that, we wanted to make sure that we would improve on those points for this game as well. Nioh 3 itself wasn't something that we started from scratch, unlike Rise of the Ronin, which was a completely new game. I can definitely say the exploration from what I've played in the alpha demo and this version that I played, I think it feels really good. Like, I genuinely think it feels really fun. I feel excited anytime I come across a camp because I know I'm going to get like ninja locks or samurai locks so I can unlock more samurai or ninja skills, or I know that I'm going to get like a blacksmithing tech so I can craft a certain piece of armor. It always felt rewarding and made me very happy all the time. And then also, as you explore, you are getting stronger and it's easier to find stuff, right? So you'll end up having like chests on your map and kodama on your map the more that you explore. So I really liked it. I liked exploring a lot. This game is going to ruin my life, but in like a good way, you know? What game is coming out? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play Resident Evil. Maybe I'll play it a little bit. I'm not going to be done with Nioh 3 by the time Resident Evil comes out. I'm not going to be done with the game before... Hold on. What's the games that we have coming out early next year? I know what they are, but I don't know the dates. I might be done with it by Sorrows. Oh, wait. Monster Hunter Stories 3. You know damn well. You know damn well I'm not going to finish this game before frickin' April. You know damn well. Kodama, they give you like blessings. You can get Kodama blessings. I have it in here somewhere. Wonder if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Ah, look at that. That was easy. Blessing. Kodama blessing. Elixir drop rate. Medicine efficacy. Spirit force bonus. Increased damage dealt. Decreased damage taken. Sir, where have you been? Extra needy bit. Oh. Maybe you can heal her. Guys, look at Bella. She's on Tombo's lap at work. He doesn't even know he got banned. Bagel. He has no idea. Anyway. Exploration feels really good. Yeah, Code Vein. I'm not going to finish Code Vein before Nioh comes out. I mean, the good thing is, so because I don't do reviews of games and I don't do like hardcore guides for games, I play them as they release for you guys pretty much. Like maybe I get to play them a day before, or like I get to play them when they go live in Australia or something. But the thing with like Fighting Cowboy, for example, who does full playthroughs of these games, he gets the games like 2 weeks early, right? So when he's playing Code Vein, he's probably getting the code for Nioh 3. I don't have this problem. I have a little bit of time. I have a little bit of time to play Code Vein and just Code Vein. And then Nioh 3 comes out. And then there we go. Yeah, apparently female orange cats are getting more common. Yeah. Apparently. Bella's 15 years old, so she's back from when it was super rare. Yeah, dude, this is like basically the same day. You got an orange lady? Oh, I've had an orange boy and an orange lady. I love them both very much. Hey Adonis, how are you? I'm just gaming. I'm just streaming. I make some YouTube videos, but my YouTube videos are more like, oh, hey, I found this really cool thing. I want to show you it. Rather than like, guys, I got to put up like a guide and I need to do a build video by like tomorrow or I'm going to die. Yeah. Twitch doesn't count lurkers. Yeah, there was something where they said like they are going to now as long as you don't have like multiple streams up or something. Dude, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Because Bella hasn't been feeling well. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep at all. So I'm just like, oh, help me. Help. I keep getting headaches and I keep falling asleep and I'm like KO'd. Axel, yeah, that would make sense. You know what my vet also told me? Is that they're seeing female calico cats. Which normally is like not the case. Yeah. Something's going on. Maybe we truly did step into a different timeline. We're in hell. But the games are really good, so like, you know, I'll take it. I'll take the trade. Hell for banging video games? Sure. I don't need to go outside. It's fine. I'm good. I like days where we just yap. It's nice. Do you still want to make a title update 3 build? Are you gonna? So what I was thinking of doing, I was thinking of making a like builds I'm gonna use against Gogmazios, which is why I wanted to make a convert element build. But I don't know if that's a good idea. But I figured like I might as well, right? Oh, Gogmazios is releasing, so I'm gonna show you my fire and dragon builds to fight Gogmazios. Calico girl. Dude, I love calico hair dye too. Anytime I see a girl with some calico hair, I'm like, damn, that looks good. Yeah, so I think that's why I want to make another convert element build, because like I don't know if you want to be using a convert element build whilst also using fire, but if he's super weak to dragon, convert element would be so good against him. So I think it might be worth just throwing out there, you know? Just like, hey, here you go. And then after that, it's going to be crazy because you're going to be able to make endless builds. Bagelodon the Dead. Bagel, do you need me to call the cops? I'll call them. I'll call the Irish police. What's up, Russ? How you doing? I'll call them for you. Okay, sorry. Yes, exploration is very good. I have these pictures to show you. Do you want to see them? Am I blind? I am blind. Wow, so blind. Oh, they're right here. Oh, whoops. Woohoo! Yup. So this is clearly a village, right? Where you're gonna have the blacksmith, because it very much so looks like a village, town, whatever. I haven't updated the convert element build. Surely there's a better one than the first one I made, right? Maybe. Look at that, Kitty Mama's back. Yeah, the embargo lifted today, Russ. Yeah, the embargo lifted today. I'm very, very lucky. I don't know how these good things happen to me, but I'm not complaining. I'll keep getting lucky. I saw this and I was like, hold on. Is that what I think it is? Also, that jacket and those boots and those shorts are banging. Yeah, I was actually going to use this for my video thumbnail because I thought that the text behind this guy and behind this would look really dope. But then I was like, this doesn't look like Nioh. Like, I wouldn't see this on a thumbnail and go, oh, that's Nioh. Only fate? Maybe. I'm fated. No, I'm really lucky. Just don't tell anyone. Shh. Don't let them know. This is Raiju, which we have in our gameplay. This is what I ended up using for the thumbnail. There's this thing. Oh, that's total chaos. That's different. We're almost done with this, and then we can bring up the video again. Obviously, Nioh 3 has the base of Nioh 2, so we wanted to work on top of that and make sure that since we were incorporating the open field, we wanted to make sure that the game didn't feel too linear or closed off. I like linear. Just saying. So we were careful about those aspects. But at the same time, making sure that there was that density and that sense of tension that has been in the Nioh series. And we wanted to make sure we didn't lose those aspects. So it was that balance to make sure that we would retain. Obviously, the two games are different, but there were things that we were able to learn from Rise of the Ronin that were incorporated into the development of this game. Someone bought the 40K boat. Is it 40K for sure? Or is it like 40K if you're super unlucky? Crucible reminds you of the underworld from Stranger Things. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I'm excited to play Code Vein. Yeah, it's going to hold me over. When is it? Oh, it's right at the end of January. I need something. I don't. I have Monster Hunter. I'm going to be playing so much Monster Hunter and Night Rain December and like early January. I'm on it right now. It's like a rich people party. All the cosmetic sets are available to you while you're there. Oh. Damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't really vibe with Where Winds Meet, but the game is kind of nuts. And I'm really happy that it exists. I'm really glad that it does, because it's free. And it's a really good free experience. Yeah. Dude, Monster Hunter now is so much fun. With Seregios, Lagiacris, Omega, they're all so good. And then we have Gogmazios coming, which is going to be a whole new endgame grind and trying to look for the perfect talisman. It's been great. And all of the events have been really, really fun too. What is your favorite? Kodama, Scampus, or Chijiko? Which one do you like the most? I was a director of 1 and 2, so it has to be either Kodama or Scampus, but I think Scampus is my favorite. That's Yasta. Shibata says, not just because I'm the producer of Nioh 3, but I do like Shijiko. I think it's quite cute in its appearance. It's also a yokai that we were able to incorporate because of the more three-dimensional elements of the field this time around. So when exploring the open fields, if you start to hear the ringing of its bells, then you know that one is nearby, so you can look up and see if it's there. So I think Chijiko definitely adds an accent to the game, and I do like its design. Yeah, they're adding 9 stars. Yeah. Yeah, I love Kodama. I love his little butt. Where's me being a little Kodama butt? Hold. No, this was when I used the summon. It's when I went back over there that I used the Kodama. So this is what I was doing. I was freaking turning into a Kodama and running around. Look at him! Akuzio, what's up? Pepper, how are you? Dude, he's so cute. You're gonna catch me doing this a lot in the main game. I'm gonna be walking around like this. Hey. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I haven't been sleeping a lot. Oh, I've just been very stressed because Bella still isn't eating properly. Yeah, look at his little green ass. Cheeks on display. Oh god. They found me. Okay. Some recent action RPGs like Lies of P added some difficulty options in a recent patch. And difficulty options is always a topic with these sorts of games. Rise of the Ronin also had difficulty options. Was there any consideration to having these options in Nioh, or did you feel like it wasn't congruent with what you wanted to achieve? Based. For the Nioh series, difficulty options are something we are not considering. There is only one set difficulty. Good. Thank God. The reason behind this is that we want to make sure that the game has its challenges, but at the same time, we felt there is value in feeling that sense of satisfaction when you overcome those difficulties. And throughout the game, we are not making it impossible. We are making sure that there are ways to grow your character and have options to clear hurdles. There are side missions you can take to level up your characters, or you can team up in online multiplayer to have the opportunity to be able to clear these stages. So we're not closing off any opportunities of being able to clear the game, and there are many different kinds of possibilities. There's a high degree of freedom for each person to figure out the way that works for them to clear the game. So we want to make sure that, in a way, options are available, but at the same time, we don't plan on having a difficulty setting. Yes! Yes. That's the thing, is like, so the reason that I don't like difficulty settings is first of all, I like that everyone is playing on the same playing field. So when I talk to you and you talk to me and you're like, "Oh, I just defeated insert boss here." You can go, "Oh man, that guy kicked my ass for like 3 hours, but I finally got him." And we both know that we're having the same experience. And I really like that community conversation around the experience of the game, right? Like, you remember in Elden Ring and the Tree Sentinel and stuff and the conversation that comes with that, or there's so many conversations that happen from us all having a collective experience. And I think that that's really fun. 2, it makes the balancing of the game generally better. It makes it make more sense across the whole breadth of the game. They are balancing the game around one thing. So it's going to be better because they're not having to balance 800 different things. Also, I like that you don't ever have the feeling in your head of, maybe I should lower the difficulty. Because you don't have the option. Maybe I should lower it. No, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it. Or you're like, "Oh, should I up the difficulty? I don't know. Is this like a good spot for me to be? I don't know. I don't know which one I want. I don't know." Well, C-Town, especially with these games, you get so strong that you can absolutely never have to sit there and bang your head against the wall. You have open zones to go and explore, so you can go and do something else if you're getting your ass kicked, and then you can level up. You can just grind levels if you want to do that. You could get more soul cores so that you could level up your different soul cores that you have. You could get new soul cores. You have so many options. But I like the idea of games having ways to make the game more difficult or harder for yourself depending on what you do. So like with Elden Ring, for example, because a lot more people have played Elden Ring than Nioh. With Elden Ring, you could choose to use summons, or you could not use summons. You could bring someone in to help you, or you could not do that. You could use the most busted weapon in the game, or you could use the worst weapon in the game. You could make a really strong build and just easy breezy, or you could do something really dumb and weak, but it's funny. Like, you have so many ways that you can adjust the difficulty to what you personally want. Like, for me, if I find something that's too strong and I don't feel like I'm engaging with the systems that I want to engage with, I won't use that thing anymore. So, for example, with Wu Chang, I didn't use the axe anymore. I was like, I'm not using the axe anymore because it made it too easy. When I was using magic, I was like, magic is like way too strong. I'm not going to use that anymore. I don't want to use magic. So it's just about, you have so many ways to customize your own difficulty experience outside of just selecting an option. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice to have more control over how difficult or how easy the game is. No. You can go full wizard and 2-shot every boss. Exactly. You can. Yeah. Yeah, you can escape it. Absolutely. And Nioh is like even more than that. Like, the builds you can make in this game are crazy. Crazy. That being said, yes, Rise of the Ronin, Final Fantasy Origins Strangers of Paradise, and the Ninja Gaiden series all have difficulty settings for various reasons. So it's not that we're against having difficulty options, but just specifically for the Nioh series, I think from a design aspect of it, we don't plan on adding any difficulty options. Also, Nioh 3 is an open field game. It does provide the opportunity, if you're stuck somewhere, you can take a side trip to help open up options to help yourself out. We've given options to clear challenges without having a difficulty setting, so we're going to plan on sticking with the single difficulty. Yes! It's because they're making a game where, like, so I mean, you guys already know this, but I'm a big proponent of these types of games. The reason why people like them so much is because you actually do have a lot of pushback from it, and you get such a rush of adrenaline and happiness when you finally overcome something, when you feel like you mastered something. It's such a good feeling. So good. I'll bring up Fighting Cowboys video. We'll take a look at some others too.
What is happening, y'all?
We're gonna have the gameplay in the background, so I'm not just ripping off Cowboy. Like, guys, watch Cowboy for 30 minutes. I'll just sit here. People are recruiting for not safe for work guilds. I know people are getting sexy with their chat bots, so I'm not surprised. I really love their take on mortality, isolation, themselves being in a time of no. Yeah, you tell them, Bagel. You tell them. You tell them. What does he think about your book? What does he think? Bet he doesn't know. This is Samurai Dual Blades. With the air guardian spirit. I'm starting to feel a bit nauseous. Which means I'm probably getting a migraine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where do you sign up? Dude, I want a Nioh 3 demo so bad. They normally do 2. When do you think they announce another one? There's another one coming, right? I was so convinced they were going to announce one today. They were going to like put up this gameplay and then announce a new one. Monday. December 12th. Yeah, probably. Or December 4th. One or the other. I think it would make a lot of sense to have another one and to have it on PC and also allow people to, even if they released the same one, but they added like two extra weapons. It is getting late. Yeah, it's got to be soon. It's got to be soon. Game Awards. Shadow Drop Demo Game Awards. Yes. It is definitely getting late. Yeah, it is getting late for sure. Night Rain DLC is very, very soon. I do appreciate when we get the character creator before the game comes out, because then we can sit here for 5 hours making our characters and not be like, oh, I could have been playing the game this whole time. Right, Neko Meech? Same. I had coffee and I had Coke, hoping that it would help. And I also took a migraine pill. But I don't currently feel... my eyes are a little suspicious. My eyes are a little sussy. I don't currently have a headache, per se. But my eyes are sussy and I feel a little nauseous. Dude, I love getting access to it beforehand. Because, like, I will take my time in Character Creator no matter what. But when the game is sitting there, ready for me to play... I'm like, man, I should play the game. I should play the game. Red flags, yeah, there's definitely red flags. I just feel a little nauseous and a little dizzy. So you get to see another Guardian Spirit skill. Because I only used 2, I think. And I didn't use this one. You're still feeling the aftermath of that one? They're terrible. Terrible. I don't get aura migraines, no, which is good because I think there's something with women and medication and aura migraines where it's like, if you are taking this and also experiencing this, your probability of having a stroke is 47% or something crazy. So thank goodness no. But I have some where I feel just nauseous and I don't get any pain for hours. I'm like, what's going on? I get somewhere my ears hurt, but not my head right away. I get others where I kind of just feel a little dizzy. You know, I do get a little dizzy. Ocarina of Time for N64 was first released 27 years ago? Jesus Christ. We're old, brother. We're old. Old fogey status. That's such a cool ability, actually. That's a dope ability. I like that. I get a point of silver light at the edge of my vision. Ooh, that's not good. No, it doesn't normally make me vomit. No. It doesn't normally lead to me vomiting. But if I'm generally feeling okay and I just feel nauseous, very suspicious. Very suspicious that it's because of a migraine. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, it's really weird. Did I what's going on? And then it's too late and I'm like, oh. Savage Blade Kata. See, you just unlocked a new ability within the Crucible. I can't wait. I can't frickin' wait. I can't wait. Haven't had one in over a year? Hell yeah. Yeah, I get so it's normally well, I guess it's my chronic fatigue syndrome mixed with the fact that like my whole family gets migraines. So when I'm tired, like when I'm exhausted, when I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, I'm like, well, here we go. Oh yeah, so this was actually something I didn't show. So battle scrolls, I actually want to talk about that. Battle scrolls. Hold on. Choose the mission you wish to undertake. So you can actually go to different time periods and access submissions through here. So I know a lot of people were like, well, what about like side missions? Because, you know, in Nioh, you have the main missions and then you unlock side missions. And like, how do I do that? You do that through battle scrolls and you can do them whenever you want. You can choose to load up any of these. I did the basic controls and expanded controls missions because I was like, I remember most things, but I certainly don't remember everything. And then this one, you can see it's going to Warring States, 1572, 1864, 1622. So you have the main mission, and then you have submissions. And it shows you the rewards that you get, the collectibles that you can get. 1190 CE. Hell yeah. It avoids the double dipping. Yeah, it's actually really nice. It's really nice. I like the system a lot. I like it a lot. God, this game is going to eat all of my time. I am going to be a slave to Nioh 3. A slave. But like in a good way, you know. Not in like a bad way. I might go lay in the dark. So maybe I don't deal with a full-fledged migraine. I might do that. That might be a good idea. If you want to see my impressions in a full video, just from start to finish, we do have a video on the YouTube channel of me showing my gameplay and talking about it, giving impressions and stuff, using Advancing Storm on the hatchets. TLDR, if you like good action games and you've never played Nioh before, this game is insane with the combos you can do, the options you have for weapons, the options you have for different builds and abilities and everything. If you've played Nioh before and you like Nioh, congratulations, bitch. It's bigger and better than every other one. Congratulations. It's Nioh, but there's more of it. And it's bigger, and there's more, and it's big, and more. So this was a good aerial combo, actually. Showing off aerial combos. Everyone feel better. Be healthy. Get you some good food. Good luck. I'm hoping Bella eats. Oh my gosh, please. Please. I have an idea. I'm gonna try something tonight to get her to eat. It's probably a good idea that I rest before I have to deal with that, actually. I'm gonna send you guys over to Fighting Cowboy because we were gonna play with Fighting Cowboy, but I'm old and grandma needs a nap, I guess. So I will send you over there. He has follower only mode on, I think. Always on Twitch because it's not his primary platform. But go show him love and apologize for me. It's extra Nioh. Dude, it's like, oh, Nioh fiends love our loot system. Guess what? You can now make 2 builds and there's 2 weapons per build. Go crazy. Yeah, no, it's nuts. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I should be feeling better tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm thinking we do like Monster Hunter and Night Rain, or Monster Hunter or Night Rain, one of the other. Ice cream? I love ice cream. I would love some ice cream. Please look after yourself. Consume all of the Nioh content if you can. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me and asking questions and allowing me to yap. We are finishing Yote, yeah. We are. I want to do one thing of Monster Hunter and make a new convert element build and also do the 2 quests that I haven't done yet. And then we're pretty much good to finish out Yote. Good night, friends. Goodbye. I love you. Good night. Take care. Goodbye.